Forever. Dog.
Welcome to the Rear View. This week we discuss Vin Diesel's debut track, Trump's taxes, and Mariah Carey's alternative album. But now let's go over listener opinions on the queer legacy question from last week. What is the biggest dating profile turnoff?
At I Am Lame Guy says when their favorite song is by Katy Perry. And honestly, the dolls all have to agree. I'm so sorry. If I see smile in your profile, honey, it turns to a frown immediately. It's over.
No.
That tweet made me smirk. I will say that.
Well, I feel like,
enjoyed
no,
it.
my favorite song is a Katy Perry song, but I'm not basic at all because it is the Warblers cover of a Katy Perry song from Glee. I'm kidding.
Jail.
I think that. No, are we talking that they write in their profile that they like Katy Perry, or is this like their songs on the Spotify?
You know,
on
in Tinder,
Grindr?
you know, in Tinder, when you
Okay,
can
yeah.
choose the song, if your
sure.
song is Do You Feel Like a Plastic Bag? It's over.
It's over.
Yeah.
I don't
Chester
know.
Says,
It
if
could-
your song is "Do you feel like a plastic,
bag.
instead of
You know
firework,
that song.
do you feel like
You
a
know what I
plastic bag?
By Kurti Patti.
Okay.
No, but I find it interesting on Grindr when people have their Spotify selections. I will say it's almost subversive. They're asking for a conversation to be had in a way. Don't
Not
you feel?
subversive.
Okay. Subversive. My $10 word. No one's given me any props for using subversive in a sentence.
Sweetie, we
If
know you
you put-
use that word left, right, and center on your damn Grindr
Also,
messages.
if you put subversive on Grindr, people are gonna think it's something completely different. So you
Okay,
need to put the definition next to it.
Jay, what was the other one?
Okay, so this is a person who it's at Cool Music Man 08. Shout
Ooh.
out to people who are 30. Cool Music Man 08 says guys not having any profile pics and guys who smoke or have tattoos or smoke and have tattoos, parentheses, if they have tats and you can't see them, close parentheses, but don't say that in their bio that they smoke or have tattoos or smoke and have tattoos, open parentheses, if they have tats and you can't see them.
If I did, no, I didn't because I did. No, I
Yeah.
didn't.
I think that they were trying to be silly with us.
No, listen, because we love the fact that sexuality includes so many different people, I think dumb people are also allowed on Grindr. So it's just rumor
They're a
has
part
it.
of the community.
They're a part
Dumb
of the
people
community.
are a part of the LGBTQIA plus community.
This
So
morning
if you guys
we
have tattoos or smoke and have tattoos or smoke, but you
or
have,
have
tattoos, and smoke,
and then smoke.
or if you have tattoos and smoke but don't tell people that you have tattoos and smoke,
First
You
of all,
have
if you
tattoos and
have
smoke.
tattoos and smoke, I think either way, that's not going to affect me either way.
tattoos and smoke is very like a boy band. Like I'm thinking of Bone Thugs and Harmony. Never mind.
I mean,
What?
I'm not trying to take pictures with these people or like go on a cigarette break. You know what I
Well,
mean? It doesn't really
mean-
affect what my goal is
I don't
in
know.
this
It's
land.
faggots. I think if you lied about smoking, if someone's like, "Oh, I don't date smokers," like I get that.
Yeah.
Like that can be like a deal breaker because that's a big deal to some people. The lying
Yeah.
about tattoos is weird. Are you a Jewish cemetery? Are they not allowed to be inside of you if you have tattoos?
Well,
Come-
the
like,
weird
come on.
thing to lie about tattoos is I will see it eventually.
yeah, truly.
You don't have to be Sherlock in the gay community to figure out.
Wait
I'm
a
gonna see
second.
that tattoo.
Yeah, and who is the gay guy that's like, wait a second, is that a tattoo?
Tattoo.
Get out of here.
Are tattoos a big turnoff for people? I'm just not realizing. Oh, this person doesn't like
I guess
tattoos.
if it's a
clearly.
horrible tattoo, I wouldn't want to show my mom it. But like,
yeah.
if it's like, don't ask, don't tell tattoos.
Well, no, I agree a little bit with this person. If it's like a sun around their belly button, like
oh,
that.
Yeah, that's horrible.
I don't need that in my life.
I would be not happy.
If it's
I've
like
been
a-
going to Laser Away, okay? Give me a break.
If it's a panther from like the late 90s that a lot of gay guys
we
have on
have
their
a
arms.
we have a really fun guest this week, and I think she might have opinions on this subject. So I want to go ahead and introduce her so that she can get her tattoo thoughts in. You know her from her titular Gaga impersonation and prolific Twitter presence. We've been dying to have her on the show. It's Chase Icon.
Hi.
Hi,
It's
how's
me.
it going?
It's going good. Just, smoked a little bit, got this tattoo finished, and I'm like
Yeah.
ready to go.
So you were feeling personally attacked by the Twitter DMs.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm gonna just give you guys like a podcast exclusive. Oh, she's here.
Oh, okay. So,
Do we cheer?
one thing about this episode is that Monique is late, which I think listeners
Ooh.
may not be too surprised by
But
this.
she heard you cracking jokes, so you about to get it
Oh,
whenever
God.
she sits down.
She's gonna give you a
so-
whooping.
Okay.
She's gonna take off the sandal.
She's
She-
fixing her hair for the
She
cameras.
also she didn't bust out these inches to play with us, so get ready to be attacked by some bundles, boo boo.
True.
I'm ready. Bring it.
The emancipation of Momo.
Don't do that.
Maybe you can.
Don't do that.
Dun 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 dun.
Don't do that.
Dun 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 dun.
Where'd you
I
go
knew-
trying to look
I
at
knew
this
how to
beautiful
start it.
visage?
The emancipation of Momo, which I mean, yes, do
When
that.
I see her with that full lace like laid on her shoulder, I can't help but get a little ooh,
You know what it's
sensation.
giving me a little? And Chase, because we both love Twitter so much, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's giving me very, you bitches can't even spell Prague.
Oh yeah, this is early bundles, but she had a good 42.
It's very
And then she flew into space.
Into the Bag Raiders
Yeah.
soundtrack, shooting star spinning through space.
Monique is serving jealousy as a disease, bitch. Get well soon.
Oh, and it is terminal,
We call
Yeah.
it working in quarantine.
honey. Now,
Okay, we're ready.
Miss Chase Iconic Supersonic, Streamlice, everyone, please give the dolls a
Streamlice.
coin. Yes, we are
Yes,
living in some strange ass
Streamlice.
fucking times right now, Miss Thing. How are you doing? How are you navigating quarantine? What is she up to? What does she have up her sleeve?
I have milk from working at Starbucks,
Okay.
up my sleeve, and just sweat and tears and lots of really fun projects on the way too.
Now, is that almond milk or coconut milk? You didn't specify.
It's actually oat milk. It's brand new. We just got it
Real
here.
good.
Wait,
Real
it's
good.
does
right.
Starbucks have
That's
oat
right.
milk now?
Yes.
Yes, they do.
Finally.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
And I was
See?
enjoying my oat milk life, like living for it. And then my friend,
God.
my friend said it was basically porridge, and it like ruined my day.
No, oats. No,
She was
oats
like, "You're
have
drinking
titties.
porridge."
No, we drinking
Period.
oat titty milk over here.
I
No,
can see
I
that.
love oat milk. I'm a huge fan.
The texture
it
is
tastes
good.
better.
Me too.
It does.
It's smooth. It's doesn't mess up the digestive system
At all.
Like
Yeah.
almonds
Good
for your
can be a
skin.
little too much.
Suspect.
I hate almond milk. It's not my favorite.
The almond industry is
not my
killing the
favorite.
bees.
The almond milk
Mhm.
at Starbucks is a little sweet. There's
Mm, yeah.
something about it that for me that
Are you not a
I'm-
fan? A little sweet.
A little sweet for me.
Put
I
that tea
prefer
on
the
it, bro.
oat.
All right, you guys hear it first. Patrick is femme shaming the almond milk
Mhm.
at Starbucks.
Wow.
A little sweet for me.
The attacks are starting early on this episode. Chase, you'll see that I'm sort of the villain of the show. I
Yeah.
am the
Okay, I
Monique.
was hoping he
the
would say the
Monique.
villain, because if he said the victim bitch and gets picked on, I was about to say, let's pull the receipts of 2 weeks ago and how he actually 3 weeks and gotten the trade of the guest. So
Yeah, that's what you get
I'm the
picked is by
Monique
the fucking
Samuels of this
the
season.
Monique Samuels.
oh no, bitch, you are more like Candace, okay?
The Monique Samuels.
Girl, the Nene
so-
Leakes that's not returning to season.
Chase, we love lice. Are you gonna be dipping further into music? Like, is that like game plan for you?
I sure am.
Yes.
And I've been working on a lot of things lately. I
Mhm.
actually just flew to Indiana to work with a song
Yeah.
or work on a song with my friend.
Ooh, amazing!
And,
I'm from
um,
Indiana. Great state.
Indiana
No
cultural
way.
hub.
South
Yep.
Bay.
Cultural hub.
Not my
Indianapolis.
favorite, but it was chill.
Okay. We'll move on.
You can find Patrick on Grindr at Who's Your Daddy. So
Who's
he's
Your
from
Daddy?
Indiana. Yeah.
Who's Your Daddy 420?
Oh my God.
So wait, you were working on a song. What kind of music are you? I mean, I know Lice. Is that similar to the genre and stuff?
Yeah, I'm really into like cunty singing type songs. I'm not really a singer.
Right.
I'm not really like a rapper either necessarily. I'm just
you're
like a bitch who's
you're pushing
making,
the
like,
medium.
But she said, "Look, I can't rap, I can sing, but bitch, I'm a cut and I can speak, bitch."
Well, yeah.
But I'm here.
Exactly.
We're
Whoa.
seeing an expansion of the interlude space, and that I think is that we're moving the needle forward a bit. I have a question, so Chase, because you are the premier Gaga impersonator, and listen, we've had a big year.
Stop.
We've had a big year for people who appreciate Stephanie and all she's done for Italians.
Yes, for the Italian community.
Yes.
For the Italian community, which is always under attack.
Yeah.
I say as a black person. What are your top tracks of Chromatica? And as far as like the eras or like all the albums, because this is LG6, where do you rank Chromatica? And do you like the 911 music video? And if you don't, tell us why.
Boom.
Oh,
Damn.
girl,
We just
don't
hit
do
you
that
with
to
a
her.
lot.
You
We
trying
just
to
hit
hit
you
her
with a lot.
fans?
911 is my favorite Lady Gaga music video ever. I decided.
Wow.
Wow.
A bold
Yeah.
statement.
Are you a big The Cell fan?
The Cell.
Do you know Tarsum Singh? Do you know the director at all?
No, I don't.
No, never mind. This is film stuff.
Chase is
no one
literally
here.
so goddamn young.
I thought
I'm
Patrick was
too.
going to be like, oh, so you're 10? Yeah.
I'm so old. This is a movie from the
Wait a
90s
second.
with J-Lo when
How
she used to act.
old is he?
Is he?
Patrick is so old.
Oh my God.
Anyway, so tell us about this music video and why you like it.
I liked it a lot because I thought that it was really smart and it was just like what we've been missing from her. And I'm not a
Yes.
consistent person, and my favorite things change on a constant basis. So that's my favorite video of hers right now. But it might change tomorrow,
Okay.
and it might go back to GUI. I don't know. But as far as my favorite songs on
Thank
the
you.
album, I would have to say I think Replay is the one for me.
Wow.
I think that's my favorite song.
I hate Replay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That part second.
Okay. Are we
Patrick,
doing
go
this?
back to listen to the Katy Perry, baby. 'cause this-
I'm-
or the cover.
let me
of
tell you
Katy
something
Perry.
about Chromatica.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm sour candy fun tonight. My boyfriend put me on fun tonight, and I was like, okay, I'm okay. I can like bebop between these two.
I like
as far as
Sour
Ooh.
Candy. I like Babylon.
Alice writes.
The House Labs version of Babylon outsold.
Outsold.
Alice is probably my second favorite on the album. Then 911,
Taste.
I think after that. I don't know.
No one
It-
has
it-
said Enigma. Oh my gosh, girl.
I love Enigma.
Ooh,
I
she do
That's
be
the
It
one
gets a
belting.
lot
that
of
hits
shit.
hard, girl.
I'm not an
Mhm.
Enigma girl.
Well, you know what? You also suck on toes.
You're also not
so.
a replay girl, so.
And I'm not a Replay girl. I think those two are my least favorites. I think every other song I stand fully.
I think what we're learning is Patrick might not be a Chromatica girl. That's
No,
what
I
I'm-
love Chromatica. It's like
I
honestly,
mean-
this summer it saved me because
Wait,
like
no, you don't got to say that now. Hold on, for real.
it saved my workouts and stuff. Running to
Workout.
Chromatica,
Oh, it
like
saved your
when-
workouts. Your workouts.
Yeah, when I run in the canyon and I have Chromatica on, I feel inspired. I feel like a free woman. I feel like I'm in a new world. I like the world
A
of the
free
sound.
woman, as
I
if
feel like
she's
she
a bound
created
one
a
now.
whole new, visual. It's almost a visual album to me.
I would agree. I think we need some more visuals
Okay.
to like lock
Yes.
in the songs, because even like my best friend was like, 911, I don't know. Like,
Mhm.
she didn't really fully get it, but like after seeing the visual, she was like, oh, this is why everybody likes the song, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which like,
I wonder, do you think Gaga will give us that choreo moment that she was doing for a long time, even through art pop with GUI, where it was sophisticated
choreography in every
sophisticated choreo that was kind of iconic. I do think that Rain on Me has some fun choreo, and I do think that Stupid Love has that one move. But I'm curious if you think she'll dive back into that aspect of her career.
Not with that hip.
Yeah, it's
not
over.
With that hip. So I have to step in.
I want every
you gotta step in.
I want every Madonna fan who writes reviews for this podcast to realize that we have not said anything negative about Lady M, Lady X Madonna today. We didn't even call her old. We called Lady Gaga old. And you know what that is? That's progress on our part.
Here's the thing. I love Lady Gaga, but one thing that was important, I think, in the gay community, what united a lot of it was her music videos. No one was doing what she was doing. The choreo was really iconic. There's never been anyone doing what she's done since then.
Right.
I mean, I still think that her videos are iconic. I liked 911 a lot, but she's not serving you that choreo, that iconic dance that
she's
she
serving
was
an
known
ancient city
for
style.
so long.
Who's gonna be?
She's
so
serving
my
an
question
ancient
is.
city style.
So my question is, who's the next dancing doll? Like
Normani.
Normani dances.
Normani
but
needs
that's
to
what I'm
fire
saying.
her
But
team.
it's like who's the next dancing doll? If you
When
want,
is she gonna
iconic
drop the damn
choreography.
album?
Who?
Motivation was the best song of 2019.
Very that.
Tinashe can dance.
Girl,
Chloe
she
and
licked
Halle.
a toilet bowl in the photo, and she talked bad about
Do you think-
Beyonce. She's not getting it.
Do you think Chloe and Halle could kind of take up? Because I've seen them
They
dance.
are those girls.
They don't do choreography like that.
No,
I think they're
but
very
they could
iconic in the
evolve.
lane that they're
Beyonce
in.
didn't start off doing Beyonce as evolved as she has. She's grown a
Nah,
lot.
I think-
They're only like 12.
I think that
Lies.
Chloe and Halle will give us visuals, will give us conceptual pieces, will
That
give
part.
us the most amazing and impressive live harmonies and arrangements of things. I don't need them dancing. There was a whole tour. What was it? Was it the Dangerous Woman tour? It was the Dangerous Woman tour, the one right before, where they tried to make Ariana dance. And I was like, chill out.
She's the Mariah Carey mold. Mariah don't dance.
Well, okay, now hold on, time out.
I think that's a lie. I think that's a lie.
Mariah.
Okay. A whistle tone don't make you Mariah.
I think Mariah.
No, I'm saying in
makes,
the pantheon, that's what they've
You're right.
you know,
I don't-
molded
I
her
don't-
as.
I don't
Okay.
argue with that. I think that Mariah makes fun of the fact that she can't dance, and
True.
Ariana at one point was actually trying to get out there and dance, and I just didn't need it.
It was cute in the little
You know
bubble
who
coat,
we
though.
don't give credit for movement wise? Hear me out on this.
Oh,
Oh, wait a second. So that means you're gonna say something we disagree with.
Now hear me out on this.
That
I
part.
Here we
think
go.
we don't give enough credit for the movement and grace of Celine Dion. Because I'm telling you that
Girl.
that woman walks
Girl.
around that stage and gives you a drove all night wheel and a
She'll
pointing
air
to
guitar
lightning.
across the entire Las Vegas Coliseum. Now here's a topic I can get behind. Okay, Patrick, I didn't know you were going to state the gospel on this good Tuesday afternoon.
Because that woman still moves. I mean, she's not just standing there and singing, and she could.
She definitely
What's
takes
the
up the
definition
space.
of move, though?
I
Okay.
saw her.
Now that is move, not dance. That
I
is
didn't say
physical movement from point A to point B.
I
Yeah.
saw her at the Barclays, I want to say very early March. So I definitely could
Lucky.
have gotten Corona, but I did not.
Good.
All I did was get blessed by a gift from the heavens, but also Canada. She's Celine. She doesn't move as much as she lets the spirit move her.
Oh,
None
yeah.
of that stuff is playing.
She's very touched by the music.
Yeah.
She's really she's an instrument. You know, it's the
I want
gods
to
are
dedicate this
singing
next
through her.
song to all the parents and children
all
of
the
the world.
children. Okay, so Chase, have you been dating at all in Quar?
That was my
No.
question. Can I please get it in?
Yeah, let
Yeah,
me
you
Talk
asked
about
it.
Celine Dion.
Patrick.
Go
Okay.
up.
Oh, now she's the villain.
The villain.
Jay says, Diva, have you been dating in the quarantine?
I haven't been dating in the core. I just like I've just been, I don't know, working and like sleeping and
Okay.
not being
Respect.
creative or doing anything productive really. That's really it. Yeah, I haven't been dating in the core. I wish.
You have not. I thought you said you have been. I was like, well, okay. I was like, well, maybe she's dating Celie Postopedic. I don't know, but
Dating your Helix mattress.
And I also like have anxiety about like coronavirus, and I don't like going out
Mhm.
places, and like men make me
Mhm.
sick, and like it's just the same old shit. But now we're locked
Mhm.
inside.
If you were to go on like a socially distanced date during all this, what would you want to do?
A socially distant date. I don't know. Are they doing like drive-in movies? I think that would be a cute thing to do right now.
in a
Mm.
separate
I'd
car?
probably say that. In two separate cars right next to
Because
each
they're
other.
like 6 feet apart is not in the same car. I just wanted to know.
I'm throwing the popcorn across the
Yes.
other way.
Open
Uh-huh.
your mouth, babe. Okay. Caught it.
I just don't know what's even at a drive-in right now. Like,
It's-
what movies are out?
I don't know.
So I've been thinking about this from a recent convo. This is for you, Chase, but also for everyone. And I was thinking, like, you're a person who is deeply invested in pop culture, and you know, we're all trying to influence the culture. Looking back, what's a take on pop culture that at the time you thought was correct, but you now believe is wrong?
Oh, that's kind of a tough one. Does somebody else want to go ahead of me while I think?
I will start if you
I like
so
starting
can-
fights. Let's start a fight. Say it.
So this is what I'll say. When Robin's last album came out, Honey, I
Honey.
did not like it. And I was kind of disappointed. And I had multiple conversations with people about I just did not get the album. I thought that it like was not catchy and like didn't enjoy it. But then I ended up going to her concert, and it was like a spiritual, like one of my favorite concerts I've ever been to. The music was like, I was felt
Amazing.
so connected. She's an amazing live performer, was serving dance, serving choreo,
Mhm.
serving vocals. The music was great. I have since then become like obsessed with that album.
I
So
got
that
your
is one of my
honey,
biggest like
baby.
hot takes that was wrong.
Yes, Monique.
That Honey song.
I love Honey.
Oh,
I
It's
love
so
Honey
good.
now. It's so great. Now, Jay, you've been wrong a lot. So
Yeah,
what's one of the
100%.
favorite times that you've been wrong? You've got a lot to choose
Oh,
from, but I'm
there's just-
sure you could pick one.
The fact that I go so hard on the
Right.
beginning of things anyway, like always gives me room to be like, you know, you guys, I'm sorry. So I would say one of the cultural moments that I definitely like messed up, and this is like, I shouldn't say this, like as a black person, as a person who like has 2 theater degrees, I'm gonna say it. The first month or so of Hamilton, I was like, man, chill out, y'all. And then, just so everyone knows, my friend got to be Hamilton, and I was like, it's actually very good. So that's
Wow. Wow. Did you get to go see it with your friend in it?
Oh yeah, my friend Michael Lawaye was actually Hamilton and Burr. Like he was the first person to do
Wow.
both, and he did. I think he like had to do a switch off one matinee. He went to
Wow.
the University of Alabama, but it's one of the times where I can remember being like, man, Jay, won't you go ahead and delete these tweets? Well, I didn't say anything bad about it, but whenever enough people tell you something is great, my reaction always is to
it's
go,
trash.
not as trash. I'll just go, I'll see. I'll see.
Right. You
You
slow
need to
to
chill
the
out.
slow to the, you know, fervor and passion
gonna-
of that.
I think also I thought Dua Lipa's album was good, But then I heard Jessie Ware's disco album and Rina
Fire.
Sawayama's album, and I was like,
Taste.
oh, but these are better.
Fire.
Yeah.
Jesse Ware's album is the epitome of a disco nap. It
Very
is
I don't think y'all understand how good both of those albums were, and because Dua Lipa is easier for some people to market and easier for some white gay men to latch onto, like,
Go ahead, girl. Give us nothing.
And you should say it.
You know, Jay,
It's
I wanted to say this. When I was in New York, I had an opportunity to see Hamilton. And instead I went to go see Color Purple.
Well, you know
and that
what?
was the right choice.
I'm not gonna let me tell you something. That's not a wrong choice. Who'd you see, Cynthia? You see Cynthia
Fantasia.
Erivo? Yeah, that's not
You
a
know.
wrong choice at all.
For
Did
me,
you see
it's like
Danielle Brooks
I
too?
like Hamilton, but it'd be more interesting if it was just the girls for me. Whenever
you.
it's the boy parts, I'm so bored. When
agree.
when the other sister comes on and she's singing at the wedding
Yes.
and fucking rapping and stuff, I'm like
Satisfied?
gagged. Oh, Satisfied?
Yes.
That is like, if the whole
Deserved.
musical was like that, I'd be obsessed. But when they're like at war or fighting in the courtroom with like Hamilton and Burr, I'm like, ugh, where are my girls
Your wrist
at?
got real limp just now. He said that they're fighting.
Where are my girls
Yeah.
I'm
at?
talking about war.
They're
Yeah,
talking
I
about
mean,
war and
Look
law.
at Patrick. Look at Patrick. Boy, you sweeter than some almond milk right now.
So yeah, that's interesting. Okay, Monique, what have you been wrong about?
Nothing.
Besides nothing. Period.
I can't think. Yeah, girl. If
I'll say this. When Katy Perry's, after all this Katy Perry slander, when Teenage Dream, the album came out, I listened to it in my car and I was like, I don't get this. I was like, I don't know
Wow.
what the vibe is. Because I had loved her first album that was more like rockish. And so when I don't know, I just didn't get it.
Yeah, I feel like Chester is definitely one of those like you're not a man, you're just a mannequin type of queers.
I'm a very let me see your peacock cock kind of girl, and I don't
Yeah.
know I was like, this is not going to do well, and then obviously it was like one of the biggest albums of all time, fucking ever, and
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
song is a bop, and I was like, oh, I was wrong about this one.
Yeah. Well, I think it's
I thought of a
interesting.
good one.
Oh,
What?
let's hear.
So I think everybody kind of had the same take. Obviously, when Friday by Rebecca Black came out, you know, it was like a laughing stock for everybody for some reason. But now I feel like it's kind of like a hyper pop classic in a way. Like
Came for Charlie's career.
we love
gorgeous, by
it.
the way.
She's coming back. I'm ready for it.
She's coming back.
We should
Stream
have her on the
Edgelord.
podcast. I would
Rebecca
love
is
to have
amazing.
Rebecca Black on
Chester,
here.
did you say that Friday paved the way for Charlie XCX's career?
It absolutely did.
It
And let me
did,
tell
it
you something
did.
else. A.G. Cook needs to pay homage to Miss Friday, the queen. We're looking forward to the weekend. Let me tell you something.
That's so
Yesterday was
funny.
Thursday.
It's Friday.
Today it is Friday.
Gotta get
And-
up on Friday.
Exactly,
Party
bitch.
and party and yeah. Party
She's
and
the
party
blueprint.
and yeah.
I-
Chase,
it
is
just
the
last
blueprint.
week,
I want to hear
Monique
Friday
introdu-
into Vroom Vroom now.
Ooh, just last week, Monique introduced me to "Open Toes" by
In my
Hey.
open toes.
No.
by Catherine McPhee. Do you know this song?
I don't, but it
Okay.
sounds
Republican
fun.
queen.
Republican Queen. It's also one of those that was really slept on. It's kind of a sleigh.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Is it on your workout playlist?
All right.
No,
Did it
it's
save
not
your
on mine
summer?
yet. I don't put Republicans on my workout playlist because they get
You don't
they get
put Lana Del Rey?
Ooh.
on my workout playlist.
Is she a Republican?
She was
Not really,
listen,
kind of.
Well, no.
maybe.
When
Adjacent.
NWA said "fuck the cops,"
Adjacent.
I don't think that Lana Del Rey got the message the right way.
Oh, no, not at all.
She had like very
She took it to heart, but
no. She had like a
Uh-huh.
very
misinterpreted.
pointed tweet at Black successful women in pop music.
Mhm.
Oh,
She
that hoe with
also-
her ass because her music was flopping and ain't nobody was buying shit ever since she did that Maleficent shit that was whack as hell.
And
All right.
And you should say it.
and she like her boyfriend was a cop, and she like still says she's like an underdog, even though she's like a wealthy, connected white woman with a good career. So like she definitely likes the theatrics of republicanism, and by that I mean she likes to say she's a victim while also pointing at black and brown people. So
Yeah.
like
It's the
girl.
tulle mask for me. It's the mesh mask.
The sheer-
where she was
I
wearing it in
can't.
public. I
Wait, a sheer mask?
I will say I do not like her politics, and I hadn't listened to her in a while, and her last album was pretty good.
But
I
I'm going
love
to say
Norma
this.
fucking
We have to
Rockwell.
agree. The best song the bitch ever came out with right here. My pussy tastes like
Yeah.
Pepsi Cola.
Yeah.
Bitch, that shit was pussy.
That's
I couldn't
fire.
wait to get on the dance floor and just
That is
drop a
Punani
2-liter on the
Dasani.
stage.
But
bitch.
also, Monique, do you understand like how crazy it is for that to be one of her iconic lyrics that she wrote, and then like 6 years later be like, I can't believe these girls are selling
well,
sex.
we know how
My
white
lyrics
people
are
I
deep.
know.
I'm like, your lyrics are deep.
Are we
Hold on.
surprised?
Which
We
lyric?
can't
The
be
one about
surprised.
ASAP Rocky fucking you, or the one about ASAP Rocky fucking you?
We can't be surprised.
I know someone who fucked A$AP Rocky.
Not with that weak dick game, girl. I saw the tape.
No.
We just took a break, and while we were on break, I just got compared to a Philistine by Monique. So that's what you've missed. We're back, and it's time for Hot Tops, where we break down all the latest political, cultural, and queer gossip. Okay, let's get this party started. Jay?
Let's get into the first hot top. It is taxes. So Donald Trump released his taxes, and by released we mean the New York Times got the data and released them for the American people.
They got the receipts.
Yeah, and once again we're still getting more and more information regarding the data surrounding these, but some of the numbers that did stand out were like $750. He paid $750 1 year in taxes, which is the equivalent of ordering Postmates for dinner and lunch a couple of times in Los Angeles. So I also do want to say that like his response is going to be what it was in 2016. Number one, he's going to say, this isn't true, but also if it is true, I did it because I'm smart and I cheated the system. So Patrick, how do you feel about the fact that we have a broke ass president?
I knew it in 2016. Hillary Clinton knew it and said so in the debates in 2016. We have been saying this for 4 years, and the people who don't want to hear it will not hear it. And the people who acknowledge it have been acknowledging this for 4 years. I think that for us, the main thing that we can do is take any information to inspire people who are non-voters or disenfranchised or deterred voters to turn out and vote. I mean, one of the things that slipped away in the news this week because the taxes took up so much was that part of Trump's 2016 election plan was deterring black voters. So any information we can get to jumpstart and get people excited and make people feel like they can create change, get people excited for the vote. Because what is happening is the Republicans make people want to feel like it's a done deal. And I personally think that any information that's coming out, whether it's his taxes or the fact that he owes Russia money or whatever, it's our a duty to take it and energize the base that we already have, because we're not going to get Republicans to flip, period. Now, I know we don't do a ton of politics on this show. It's mostly pop culture
Wait a second,
and
no.
queer culture. But I do think we're in the middle of such a big election. And I do think it's important to get queer people involved as much as possible and recognize the stakes of every election and continue to have that conversation. I do think it's due diligence for us to be discussing these things.
Get that ballot early. Vote in person if you can. If you're in Pennsylvania, make sure you got that double envelope shit, okay? Because, they're trying to play you there.
Pennsylvania
important.
is very important. Florida is very important. Wisconsin is very important. North Carolina is very important. Ohio might be gone. We don't know. It's just northern Kentucky at this point. But every state that is a swing state,
Right.
I don't care if you live like in a cool gay hub like Los Angeles or New York. If you are still registered in an important state and you are queer, and I hate to engage in hyperbole, and you don't want to end up in the death camps, please vote not for what's going on currently. I don't know how much we're allowed to say as far as like active like political, like who you should vote for, but don't.
Well, it's your opinion.
Well,
you can
then
say
in
what
my
you want. I mean,
now you want to be quiet about your
in my
opinions,
opinion,
Jay?
well, because people get mad if you say vote for Joe Biden. I'm like,
here's what I'll say is look at both of their records for LGBTQIA rights. Look at what they both have said about queer people, trans people, and let your conscience be your guide. I'm not going to tell anyone who to vote for. I do want everyone to vote, even if they are Republican. I do think it's your absolute constitutional right, and you should be taking advantage of it. I'm not going to tell people who to vote for, but I would ask of you to educate yourself on both on LGBTQ rights, because I think that would lead you to where you need to go. And that's that on that.
And that's not on that.
Okay, hot top 2.
This hot topic is a hot mess. Last week, Vin Diesel, Fast and the Furious, he was in that movie where he couldn't see. It was like dark. He had to keep the little Star Trek glasses on, whatever.
The Chronicles of Riddick.
Yeah, that one. That same attractive, delicious man, okay, with the big nose and the deep voice, dropped his how did I say? Debuted his single, Feel Like I Do, on the Kelly Clarkson show. Now, have y'all listened to it?
I did.
I heard it in the clip. I heard it in the clip on the Kelly Clarkson show. This is gonna sound mean. It sounds it's
him and Kygo.
That's what I was about to say.
Haunted.
It sounds like someone is making fun of an old Aloe Blanc or old Calvin Harris song. Like, it sounds like a song you play if you don't want to get sued for playing the song.
Yes,
Royalty-free,
it sounds like they took the song, like they had him sing the straight version, and then they were like, okay, we can't put this out because we don't have the money for it, so we just gonna cut and splice the whole thing, because it sounds like he'll be singing what is going on? I was like, it was a mess. The music's cute.
When auto-tune still makes you sound like a grizzly bear, I mean, come the fuck on.
No, I think I can still deal with like a pronounced rasp in music. What I can't deal with is the fact that he's just like modulating like ever so slightly on like a few notes. He can't sing. We don't have to pretend like he can.
I just felt like since Fast and the Furious is done, he needed to pay the rent. He was like, let me drop a song, girl. The drag queens are doing it.
Haven't we suffered enough?
No, but he's very passionate about it, it sounds
Kim
like.
Kardashian had a single. It was great.
On Instagram, he's been promoting doing music for like 3 years, and this is his first single. So it's like he's been like waiting to do this.
Listen,
That's like me.
Corona to do.
Have you guys ever like seen someone get away with something and then they get away with something for so long that they think they can get away with other stuff? So that's what happened with the Fast and Furious franchise. And with like, so
wait a minute, don't talk about them like that.
No, but we let him do that for long enough that now he thinks, oh, they might also want some music, and we don't.
No,
I feel it should have just been music that would have at least went with the soundtrack of Fast and Furious.
Yeah, I was expecting like a rock moment, maybe like just something like a blues moment. Him and Ja
Vroom
Rule.
Vroom by Charlie.
Him
Exactly. Chase Icon, Vin Diesel collab.
That would have been hot. not.
I think that Vin Diesel, Fast and Furious star, really needs to stay in his lane.
I hate that. I think Chloe and Halle by Vin Diesel, like, I think like that collab could happen.
That could be a sickening harmony, girl. He'll just take
Sickening.
all the lows.
Okay.
He could do like an Ursula Poor Unfortunate Souls single. Like that is actually where his
I
vocal
would
range
live.
is.
And have
Dude,
Tiesto remix.
Oh my God, that'd be hot.
That would be so.
When you get enough money,
Mhm.
people just say yes to a lot of your projects, though. That's one thing we do. Because remember, he got it recorded, mastered, finished, promoted, and Kelly Clarkson was even like, I guess I'll just
Right.
play it while
Kelly
the people are at
karaoke.
home. Play it while my studio audience is at home. Don't play it while they're here.
I was just thinking, like, as a singer who works on music, Chester, you know this. Like, you'll finish a song and then you'll listen to it and you're letting your friends listen to it. And I was just thinking, like, who was sitting down with him and was
Fake
like,
friends.
"Yeah, sis, this is the shit."
He has
girl."
fake friends, baby. Absolutely.
That's what I was just like,
Yeah.
they didn't no one. Okay, that was
They
all
played
I was gonna
him.
say.
That's why I like having you guys around, because you keep me grounded. Really
Somebody
keep
has
me,
to, because the dick
keep me-
keeps you in the sky.
keep me
That
humble,
part.
keep me
There's a
down to
dick
earth.
in the sky
If I
for
released
Patrick.
a single, I know you guys would tell me how good it is and
I
how
would
much you're
work to
enjoying
it.
it.
If you told us you
I
were
feel-
venturing into music, the first reaction I would have to that, I'd go, "Oh, so you're venturing into comedy." The second thing I would say is
Our fourth hot top this week.
Speaking of lucrative music careers, Mariah Carey announced that she made an alternative album while making Daydream, and she even shared a snippet. Patrick, are we into punk Mariah, and do the other girls possess the range?
I heard the snippet and I was like, okay. It honestly sounds like Hole. Like if you
Yeah.
listen to like early 90s like Hole or Garbage, like it sounds like
they're
Is
both
that a
bands.
song or a band?
Courtney Love.
band.
they're bands. Courtney Love. It sounds like that, and honestly, like I think I would like be really into it. Like I think Mariah's one of our greatest pop songwriters. She obviously has a
True.
great voice. I'd be
True.
interested to see her get into a different genre. I mean, who knows? Like the
I would
snippet was
live.
good.
I want her and Alanis Morissette to do like a song together. Like I was loving the clip, and you can hear her background vocals in a lot, because is it Chick, the band that it's called?
Yes,
And
yes.
you can hear Mariah's singing in the background of
Mhm.
all the songs, and it's just like, I don't know, it's so interesting to hear what is definitely like her songwriting. You can totally tell it's her songwriting. You can totally tell it's her point of view, but on like a rock track is very cervacious, if I do say so myself.
And she's got her memoir
Today.
dropping today.
My friend,
Yes,
my friend was
girl. Did you talk about
listening
her
to it
sister
as
and
an
whatnot, girl?
audiobook
That was so
because he was like, "This is the only way I listen to Mariah. This is how I also will enjoy the book." So I'm really
Yeah.
excited.
Yep.
I know there
Is
was a
she
different
reading
person who
it?
was reading it. I don't think she recorded.
Oh.
What? I want it to be Mariah reading it.
Yeah, I
If I
thought
was
it was
somebody else.
Mariah. Mariah
She
reads
does?
it, yeah, which
Oh.
is, I mean, a gag. I honestly think I might download it because I would. I
Yeah?
think she's so funny. Mariah Carey is like. Her personality is like Miss Piggy, she's just so like tenacious and like I think like the book will be like tea, like gossipy and fun. There's also a lot of
It
serious
is,
stuff,
girl.
but
Narrated by
she-
Mariah Carey, 11 hours and 17 minutes of Mariah dropping
Oh,
gold.
yes.
I have to have it.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Chase,
okay.
Chase,
and
are you a
there's
big Mariah
clip-
fan?
Not really.
Okay.
She was
I'm
on
young.
it.
Wait, what?
Oh,
No.
I forgot.
Wait a minute. Why you gotta do that?
Are
Why
you-
gotta do all of that? That's so extra.
Sorry.
No, but if you're young, that just means that you only have seen the Resurrection Mariah. You didn't see like
You
anything
ain't hit-
before.
Yeah, girl.
Chase, you're so young, but you know what a drive-in is. Tell me how that makes sense.
from
I just
history
heard about
books.
it because of Corona. I was trying to figure out what to do.
Oh my gosh, stop. Take her off. This is horrible. How old are
There
you,
are
Sam?
children present, Monique. There are children present.
How old are you?
No,
20.
Monique.
20?
Monique.
Yeah.
Monique, here's the trick. When you're dealing with Gen
Monique
Z,
just walks off.
when you're dealing with Gen Z and Gen Alpha, all you have to get them to do.
There's a Gen Alpha?
Yeah. It's
Is
like
that me?
well, no, you're still Gen Z.
What's a Gen
Okay.
Beta? Is it like a Dom
Beta-
and sub?
Oh, yeah, I see where this is headed. No, it's like Monique, when you're dealing with them, you just have to like speak in like code. Like you just have to figure out what it means on Twitter. Like just be like, kill me. And that's just like, hey, how are you doing? And it's like hit me with a car. It means I hope you're having a good day. Just stuff like that.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm still in my youth era.
Yeah.
Not youth era.
So when Chase, when you grew up, who was like your
I haven't done that
Wait
yet.
a second. Yeah. I
when
was
you
about
were
to say.
little, when you were 16, who were you listening to? Like who was your favorite?
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
But which
is
album
so
of Lady
crazy.
Gaga's?
Art pop.
Art Pop.
That album
Okay.
actually raised me. Ooh.
Amen.
I was in college
best
during
one to
Art
me.
Pop, and that
Chase,
was big for me
What
too.
if I tell you that at one point Lady Gaga couldn't find her keys or her phone, and Colby Adonis had to help her?
Who is that?
I don't know what I'd say to
From
that.
Just Dance. When I
She
come
doesn't
through
know
on
who
the
these
dance
people
floor.
are, Jay.
Well, I think that's. I'm trying to think. So, what was your first introduction to Gaga?
My first introduction to Lady Gaga was Alejandro.
And
When I
how
was,
old
like,
were you
super
when that
little.
song came out?
Oh my god, I don't want to
Wait,
say it.
no,
I
no,
think
this
it might have
Really?
been
Not
like,
even bad romance?
What?
I think I might have been like 10 or something.
Monique's out. Monique's out. Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh,
Monique has left the
God.
studio.
Oh,
There
The
is
funniest thing
drama on the
happened.
podcast.
The other day, I was talking to Bible Girl, and we were
Hey.
talking about Lana Del Rey, and she mentioned something like she was like, Born to Die got me through college, and I was like, oh, same, it got me through middle school,
That's
That is
and I wasn't
cringy.
lying.
Oh
I
my
was
god.
in 7th grade, I
gosh.
think.
I
Do
thought
you know
it
who
came out-
Britney Spears
Heavy D
is?
Oh yeah, Blackout is like my favorite album.
We have
But do
so
you know
much
who
in
Heavy
common,
D
Chase.
Mwah.
No, Monique, that's a black question too, not just a
I was gonna
youth
say
question.
Heavy D. That's
That was pop culture. He was in everything.
Wait, who?
Do you know White Chicks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so our final
Patrick, this is a fun game. We should try to stump Chase with like the fact that as a millennial, like we're gonna. Well, do you know that
Die?
the country?
We're gonna
wait a
die
second.
sooner.
Do you know the country is still at war in 2 places, and we probably won't win either of those? Is that like still going on for you?
did they teach that in
You-
high school?
We were there
I
when
didn't
it
pay
started.
attention in high school.
Do you know Amory's biggest single?
Who?
Okay.
On my radar?
It's just one thing that's
On
got
the
me
radar.
tripping. It's just one thing that got me
Do
tripping.
you know who Anne Marie is? That's one thing that got me tripping. No.
Oh yeah, I know that song. I do.
Okay.
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 That's
that's
a
good.
banger. Mm-hmm.
that was a
I
I have
lullaby
a
for you.
sister.
Do you know
My
Ashanti?
sister's 34. Oh yeah.
Don't
of course.
say. Wait a second. Don't say your
She said she
sister's.
knows Ashanti.
Don't say your sister's 34 the same
Oh.
way like conservatives say they have gay friends. We're not old.
I know old people. My sister's 34.
Yeah, and I love her just the same. It's a weird choice to be
love-
Just
old.
not around
but-
my children.
Yeah.
So, our final fourth topic.
Patrick, don't let Chase come on here and call us old, and then you get exhausted halfway through.
Yeah,
Well,
girl.
she had me thinking about. I bet she doesn't even know who Xtina is, and that just got me.
Of course I
was-
do. No,
Okay,
okay, come
okay.
on.
Oh,
Come
I was
on.
like, who's Xtina? I was like, who is this new bitch?
Well,
Christina,
I was a
sorry.
theater girly, so
Okay.
burlesque. You know,
Important film, truly.
of course.
It's her glitter, really.
Yeah. hmm
Do you know what glitter
and-
is, Chase?
No, not at all.
Okay. Listen.
Okay, we're gonna move on.
But the ease at which
my
you said,
gosh.
yeah, totally, absolutely, definitely.
Well, okay, so
Oh
Chase,
my God.
something terrible happened in this country in September of 2001. Also,
I was born. No, I'm kidding.
no, glitter happened, and a lot of people don't remember that glitter came out around the same time as 9/11.
What is
Mhm.
glitter?
And that's the
What? Are
reason
you-
Glitter
are you for
didn't
real?
do well.
It is A Star Is Born featuring Mariah Carey.
Yep.
Okay, it is essentially the same movie but with way better music. I'm sorry.
one of our
Really?
greatest pop star actresses, really.
Truly.
If you've seen
Girl, can-
Precious.
please just fast forward to the ending where she sings that song and he dies. You with me.
I think this is like the second time we brought up glitter on the
We've
show.
talked about
unprompted.
glitter a lot. Okay,
Oh my God.
our final topic. Last week, a grand jury decided no charges were to be made in the killing of Breonna Taylor. A lot to be said about this case. Chester, do you want to start us off?
Oh God. The saddest thing is that I don't think anyone's surprised. Like that was
Yeah.
genuinely what was so sad to me was that I read the headline and there was no shock in my body. I was just like, God. I mean, the first act of horror was the settlement with the
Right.
family, which felt like such a spit in the face to offer
Right.
someone the family money instead
12
of
million.
justice. Yeah. So I think to quantify someone's life with money is just not. It's just not applicable in this instance. And then beyond that, you know, the charges and the only charges that are being filed against the one officer are not about literal bullets that went into the body of a black woman, but about the bullets
Right.
that flew into a neighbor's residence.
House, right? or
So
apartment.
it just is, you know, especially after the months of protesting, public outcry. This woman's image has been on every magazine. She was used for social media posts. She's literally
T-shirts.
everything, merchandise. This woman was merchandised after she was murdered, and all for what? For no justice at the end of the day. And it's unfortunate that we now in 2020, if you don't realize the system is broken, I mean, what better example is there? I mean, the system isn't even broken. It just was never even meant to serve the people that are currently protesting, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I just think that the only way that we can move forward is to completely change it. We have to abolish the current police as it is. We have to change these things. And the way that we do that, unfortunately, is by using our power as citizens to vote, to protest, to speak up. I see a lot of young people on my Twitter who are kind of like, you know, the two-party system is broken. Look at both of these candidates. What good is a vote in a broken system? But the way that we achieve that is there's baby steps. We don't achieve change overnight, unfortunately. We have to first of all, get Donald Trump out of office in order to even start making the decision to abolish our two-party system, abolish the electoral college, all these unfair systems that are suppressing black and brown voices. And I would just encourage any listeners, you know, if you have the means, keep donating to freedom funds, etc., because there is a lot of protesting happening right now. Even though I think the Instagram feeds have died down, there is still action being taken in the streets right now, and people need support. And you know, to Breonna Taylor's family, I mean, God, I don't even know what to say. It's just so heartbreaking to see the world understanding the massive consequences of this whole situation, and to see the court to totally disacknowledge that is just it's so painful. Sorry, I got on my soapbox.
No, I think everything you said is so poignant and important. I also think that when people say, oh, it's a two-party system, we can't fix anything, that's such a macro and surface level understanding of what the body politic is supposed to do. In the case of Breonna Taylor, you have an attorney general by the name of Daniel Cameron, who was elected by the people of Kentucky. He is a black man who happens to be a Republican attorney general. He handled the grand jury proceedings for this case. So he directly affected whether or not we would actually see restitution and justice for this specific case in the state of Kentucky. So when we talk about voting, we're talking down ballot completely. We're talking about city council, but more importantly, we're talking about people that affect cases just like this. That's the first thing I want to say. The second thing I want to say is it is super fucked up. It's super fucked up that the state of Kentucky said that, oh, this property is more important than this woman. The state of Kentucky also said that, oh, this civil case, this civil settlement, we understand we did something unconscionable and we did something terrible. Here's money. But when it comes to actual legal proceedings, we don't want to do anything. We don't want to fire or arrest these police officers that were involved. The other thing is that there's a smear campaign against Breonna Taylor's boyfriend, who was defending himself in Kentucky in an open carry state against an unlawful search and seizure into an apartment where they had, like, I want to say that the evidence that there was some sort of like drug deal going on was based on a former tenant of that apartment who they already had in custody that night. So there's so many moments where you go, if anyone realizes that the system is fucked up, this young Black emergency worker, this EMT first responder, police officers who are also first responders would still be alive. Also, you left the body in the apartment and the mother didn't even know. There are just a lot of points that kind of show the brutality behind this, and also the lack of concern and care for Black and brown bodies in this country. And I think that as a Black person, I'm not surprised. As a person from the South, I'm not surprised. As an American, like, every time that someone says this place is fucked up and people go, oh, it's not, then this happens. So what do you expect people to do? I don't necessarily know how to say this about the Louisville Metropolitan Police Department, but whatever happens to y'all, that's what happens. Whatever happens to the foundation or the structure of the police, if people quit, if people are too scared to actually speak out against this, if people say, oh, I don't want to be police officers anymore, good. Especially right now, because what good is it doing?
It's an epidemic. It is been going on far too long. I do think that part of America that's been maybe willfully naive to it is waking up.
It's crazy to me that people can be willfully naive to it, because Black comics had Rodney King jokes in '92. Like, the police brutality jokes on media, on network TV are older than Chase. Do you get that? Like, it's been around.
Yeah.
So I
agree.
And I don't like people saying, oh, what was going on. There's like some people who are allies allegedly that will say things like, oh, but we still don't even know about the boyfriends. There's so much kind of like naysaying and victim blaming when like a person is dead who wasn't involved in any of the shit that the police were trying to fix, which was just petty drug deals. That's the other thing. If we talk about the militarization of the police, we have to also talk about the escalation tactics based on making sure we can get more Black and brown people in jail because of minor drug offenses.
Right.
It's stupid and frustrating.
Very frustrating. And, this has been such a huge story of this summer, and has been a part of this massive movement over the summer. These protests that have been sort of highlighting the systemic injustice in the police system. And for this to be the outcome, I think it's incredibly dispiriting. I do think that we have to keep up, though, and continue to not let it, one thing is, like, one of the jurors, like, asked the grand jury indictment to be revealed, which I hope they do. I would like to see it. But yeah, it's just a disappointing story after a summer of, trying to get justice for Breonna.
Between like Breonna Taylor and like like now
And George Floyd.
and George
Yeah.
Floyd and Jacob Blake, like,
Yep.
and like Ahmaud Arbery, like, why am I having to memorize more names?
The fact that there were protests in other countries. There were protests in Germany. There were protests in Paris. There were protests in fucking Spain. And they still did not get any justice for Breonna Taylor. The 12 million does not count. That is not what they were asking for. They were asking for consequences to actions. And, yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to speak on that because I do feel like it's been more quiet on social. I do feel like it's a huge issue. I do feel like it's a reason why people need to be voting, not just on a national level. Local politicians affect things. Attorney generals affect things.
Yeah.
Sheriffs affect things.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. All right, it's time for Grindr Hotline. Our lovely listeners have left us questions about sex and dating over voicemail. We'll play the voicemail live and offer our best advice. If you have a sex or dating question, our number is 424-235-4430. Leave us a voicemail or an email at rearviewpod@gmail.com.
Well, hello. I'm from Texas. I'm 23. Yeah, I'm a young twink. And well, I don't know if this is a problem. Hopefully they can understand me with my accent. Yeah, I have an accent when I speak English, but so anyway. So like, I don't know if this is bad, but oh my God. I just love having sex with guys who have boyfriends, girlfriends who are married. I don't know. But I don't know if this is a problem. Like, I don't know. Because I just love it. But whenever they're single, it just gets boring. I don't know. But I just love lo prohibido, you feel me? Lo prohibido? Prohibido? You know, something like that. I don't know how to say it in English, so I just love it. I don't know what it is. I love fucking with guys like that. Well, and I'm still gonna fuck guys like that. But okay. So what is y'all advice for me to do? Like, stop or still keep going? I'm so young. I still have a lot to learn. I don't know. That's my question for you.
All right, Twink from Texas.
Let's let the youngest person on the panel answer first.
Yeah, Chase.
Who's that? Oh, me?
Oh my God.
So I think that's like kind of a dangerous game, Like, that like sounds fun, but it's, people kill people for stuff like that, So
Chase
I would
went
say
right
like
to the heart of the matter.
I would say be careful.
Right to the heart of Texas.
But like live your life. Get those DL guys with girlfriends and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay.
If they're paying.
Well, get your coin if that's the situation. I
don't think he's getting coin. Something tells me that there's no coin.
Yeah.
Either way, I would just say I wouldn't. I wouldn't fuck with that.
She said something tells me there's no coin.
Well, okay. On one hand, I think that if that's your thing, being with just couples, I think that if they're open. And
I don't think that's what he means. I think like it's the sneakiness about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like
he likes off limits. He likes
Well, let me just say, if it is you're sleeping with open couples, then
that's fine.
Then I think that there's some of that is fine. I don't think all the time. I think you'll probably grow out of it. I think. A lot of people have gone through phases where they've liked open couples or stuff like that, or whatever. I don't think it's unhealthy necessarily, but it is very specific, so it's definitely something to be cognizant of. Obviously, you're calling in because you're a little worried about it. Now, if it's not open couples, if this is like you get off by sleeping with people with boyfriends,
Which is
you
what
know,
it sounds like, baby.
which is what it sounds like, but I wanted to be
He
fair.
said prohibido, which is like the danger of it, like something that's not
Right.
allowed.
I think
This is messy. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
That's what I got
I
from it.
think
I would
that-
say don't do that.
I think, you know, you are feeding off the bad danger aspect of it, and that's exciting to you, and that's how you're getting off. And there's something there that you need to take a look at.
Okay, that was
Maybe with a therapist.
that was good advice. Patrick just gave you good advice. I'm gonna tell you bad advice.
Oh God.
So if you like doing this, what I say is you should take some acting classes. Take some acting classes, and maybe then you will get you get a boyfriend who's actually single, and you can role play, and it can be more convincing, so that you don't have to go out and risk your life. Because the boyfriend stuff, not that scary. The girlfriend stuff, you said you're 23, cool. The wife stuff, be careful with the wife stuff. And
Wives have brothers and fathers, and you know it's an open carry state.
Well, also a wife, if you are getting any money, that could fuck up the arbitration for the divorce proceedings if you were involved in the cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So just act. Maybe you can act like it's dangerous. Listen, the country's getting more conservative. Maybe gay sex in general is dangerous. So just I don't know.
Maybe you
gay,
could
do crime.
get two boyfriends, and then do scene work with them. That Jay, you've done some of that sort of a thing, right?
Yeah, but I, as a person who is polyamorous and has two boyfriends, the two boyfriends get along. I get along. I don't need danger. I don't need stress. I'm a black man in America. My life is stressful enough. I don't need additional stuff. But I mean, it's weird that you're so open to confess this, and it seems like you have a lot of forthcoming. Maybe it's the anonymity of this feature, but you're very you're forthcoming in this pursuit of taking people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is he taking them or just fucking them?
He's just fucking them.
No, but I'm saying you wouldn't even. This is
Monique, what do you think?
You wouldn't tell people if you actually loved doing this much.
I mean, I kind of agree with Patrick. The fact that you spend a lot of time invested, because regardless whether it's sex or not, there has to be some level of investment. You have to put in some level of work. And to put some kind of level in work with a person that you cannot keep on a regular basis, to me makes me want to check and question the other things that you're doing in your life.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to say, I mean, if you want to bust a nut. But to be purposely going around, trying to just to get in it, live your best life. Hey, just hope you don't come back itching, and not with a bullet in your ass.
Mm-hmm.
There you have it.
All right. So finally, our queer legacy questions. These are questions that every group of queer people have thought about over for years. What was the greatest Oscar speech? Who was the best Spice Girl? What is the proper way to douche? And this week, we're going to battle it out over a very specific question. And if you don't like our answers, or if you love our answers, you can add us at Grindr on Twitter using the hashtag Queer Legacy, and you can give us your answers to the Queer Legacy question this week. Is everyone ready for it?
Ready.
Okay. So the Queer Legacy question for this week is, if you could sing exactly like one popular singer, whose voice would you choose?
Ooh.
Lady Gaga.
You already do.
She said sing.
Oh, see? This I
Lady
knew this would happen.
Gaga.
What about Lady Gaga's voice do you like?
The way that she can just really hit those notes and belt
Mhm.
like in La Vie en Rose, like that last note.
Yeah,
I want to
give
be
you
able
that
to do
one.
that. I
Mhm.
would just be like squeaking and like it just wouldn't happen, you know? She has that beautiful, just cis vocal range, you know?
Yeah.
Cis vocal range.
I think
Yeah.
it's easy to say Mariah at the peak of her powers because I don't know who can compete with the octave range.
Mhm.
Some people would say Whitney, but if you have Whitney's voice,
No.
then because like if you have Whitney's voice, but you're not Whitney, then I don't know what you do with it. You know what I'm saying?
Really true.
Because Whitney was also like a personality.
Yeah.
The way that Whitney performs, it's so specific. There's nothing like it. I
Yeah.
mean, to just have her voice is nice, but if you can't do Whitney, I don't know if it's gonna, give you
Yeah, you
what
have
you
to
need.
be sweating. I need
You
to
ha-
see
diva
the
sweat.
sweat.
Needs a
Yeah.
sweat, girl.
Diva sweat, darling, sweating from your eyeballs.
Can I say Normani? So that means I don't have to release any music. Is that a good answer?
That's
This
a
week?
good
Don't do
answer.
that to that black queen. Don't do that. Don't do that, Jay.
I just uplifted two black queens, so I get to mess with one.
You were
who
not being their
seems to-
motivation.
who
No,
seems
ma'am.
to be
Right.
sitting on some stuff. Okay, between Lil Nas X and Normani, I don't know who gonna not release something first.
Let them
Said
take their
Moulin
damn-
Rouge. Who?
I said
Lil
Lil Nas X.
Oh, Lil Nas. Oh, girl. I thought you said Moulin Rouge. I was like, girl, that was a movie. There ain't nobody releasing no music.
Do you want to do eras? I mean, I said Mariah, so
I
people
would
can say
Go
Mariah.
ahead. I'm gonna let the rest of them folks go and see what y'all.
Okay.
Come on, Patrick. Patricia.
If you say Christina, I'm gonna fucking turn the Zoom off.
girl, nobody want that peanut butter.
Monique.
Are you gonna choose a Broadway
no,
girl?
I'm not gonna do Christina. I'm actually gonna do a little Broadway.
You gotta choose Patty.
I'm gonna choose Patti LaBelle.
I saw this coming.
Interesting.
I love Patty's voice.
I need to
I
hear
love
it.
her tenacity. Her voice is like hitting the handbrake on a car. It is so powerful and thumping. And when you get it into gear and she belts, it's like a force. It's like an electronic, laser beam of sound. I
Could
love
also
it.
ruin your transmission when you do it the wrong
True.
way.
And I love that she smokes and her voice is in her 60s. She's still belting her face off, can do Broadway 8 shows a week. Like, that's a voice that can take a cigarette and a dick and a couple other things and then go perform. Like, that voice has been through war and is still here.
It's been through war paint, right?
War
Is
paint.
that Christine Ebersole and her?
Yes.
I think if you choose Broadway Patty, I would choose Patti LaBelle, but no, I'm sticking with Mariah at the peak of her powers. I'm gonna once again say
Mariah is so it's so up and down, like
but
pretty.
there's Mariah. Do you understand that you have you heard Mariah's speaking voice?
Oh yeah,
Because
well,
Mariah-
lately,
Well, that's a different. That's not what I said. I said the peak of her powers.
no, I love Mariah's voice. I think it's a great voice.
She has like as far as like range.
Well, she's got the
Yeah.
biggest range. It's like 4 octaves, right?
I'm gonna go.
There's
with
somebody
Mariah.
else out that ain't light skinned that ain't just got the credit, but I'm just gonna say.
Are you gonna say Beyonce?
No,
you gonna
that
say
woman
Janet?
can't No, girl, stop talking. We ain't talking about a whisper voice, girl. We said singers.
Chester, what do you think?
Okay, for just in general, Celine Dion as like a person and just as like a powerful
Yes,
stage
girl.
figure,
Mhm.
die for her because she is so like just energetic and crazy and obviously also has the range, is incredible at what she does.
Yeah.
Broadway, Lilias White is my girl.
Ooh.
No one delivers a fucking tune like Lilias
Incredible
goddamn
Dreamgirls
White.
performance.
Incredible Dreamgirls performance.
Which one was that?
She sung a bunch of stuff. My favorite song she's ever sang is
Don't Rain on My Parade.
on
in the
her
red
version
dress.
of "Don't Rain on My Goddamn Parade" and everything she's done from Once on This Island. She's just that girl.
Oh yes, Yes, her. Yes.
Yes, she's got just gorgeous, beautiful, huge teeth, and she just opens her mouth, and it just every note pours out. Okay, and then also in general, Halle Bailey from
This
Chloe
is
and Halle.
like 11 people, Chester.
Right,
You just gave
I
us
I
in
picked
general
my
in the
one.
beginning.
I picked my
No,
one.
you didn't. You guys are giving categories. Okay, and so and just like if I had just my wish, I'm very. I don't know if you guys know this. I'm a lot, and I'm very aggressive, and I love Halle Bailey's voice because it's so soft,
Halle
and
Berry?
angelic.
No,
Halle
no.
Bailey,
Halle from
Chloe
and Halle.
Yeah, okay.
Halle Berry can't sing.
She can barely
I
act.
swear to God, I thought you were saying you loved Halle Berry's voice and was trying to be
I'm
controversial
Korean, but I don't have
on
that
here.
kind of an accent. Thank you so much.
She's gonna
Monique,
get dragged
the
on.
villain
Monique, who are
strikes
you
again.
about to surprise us with?
Yes, please.
Are you
Give us the
sitting
real
on J
opinion.
Hood? Are you
Folks
sitting
that
on
are-
J Hood?
No, that's not my queen, girl. I would say Jasmine Sullivan.
Ooh, that's a good
see-
one. Wait.
See, here's the
Jasmine.
thing about Jasmine Sullivan stands.
What?
Y'all love her, but I'm gonna need y'all to support her all the time. What's going on with Jasmine Sullivan right now?
I'm
First
we're
of all-
streaming.
first
We're
of all-
doing the
no,
Rift
no,
Challenge.
no, no. So
The
what you
other
not gonna
question
do-
is, who is she?
What you know?
No, we
you can
know- we
Google.
know who
First
she
of all,
is.
Patrick, see,
We know
white
who
folks,
she
You
is.
got Google. You look like the
I
man
want
who
every
run
white
Google.
person to leave this chat right now.
Okay.
Patrick, do you really not
Boom.
know who Jasmine Sullivan is?
No, he don't know, girl. He eats
Of
saltine
course
crackers.
I know. I was joking. It was
Lies.
a funny
Okay,
joke.
here we go.
Ha ha.
What did you say?
Sorry,
Mr.
I'm
J?
so young.
I said I'm gonna need Jasmine Sullivan stands
It's just
to
you and me,
be.
Patrick.
Pause.
Chase, they don't get us because we're young. They think,
know.
it's not fair. I didn't get to read these history books and such.
I
you know?
didn't
I haven't
either,
been
you
there
know?
yet.
Go back to daycare, please.
I never owned
Right.
a record player. Like,
And Patrick need another redose of Botox talking about he's the youngest up here. Girl, you better get your next 30 units. Okay, no. Jasmine Sullivan is a true artist, much like Lauryn Hill. And so when she is like a feeler, and you know what I mean, the industry is hard on just women. And like her voice is amazing, but she's a thick, curvy, plus size girl. And when she came out and she had the most success, I would say, she got super, super skinny and she just didn't feel like herself. And then on her last project, she kind of gained weight back and people were like, where did you go? And then it's been this kind of whole battle. Now she's small again, so I really don't know, but she's kind of popping up, I feel like, in different places. So it's just really kind of hard. But Jasmine Sullivan, Kim Burrell for gospel music, even though she's a little problematic, but I mean, we're not surprised.
But we do
the
her version of "Be Thankful" or "Be Grateful." Have you heard that?
There's nobody who can sing better than that woman. Beyonce,
Okay.
Brandy, Jasmine Sullivan, all of the vocal people, they look up to her. Okay. Broadway, Miss Cynthia Erivo. I'm going to jack her name up.
Cynthia
Miss Cyn-
Erivo?
Her, the chocolate
Okay.
one.
Are you
And-
saying Cynthia Erivo over every other black girl on Broadway?
Wait a minute. So on Broadway, I have Cynthia, and then for my favorite Dream Girl song, Miss Jennifer Holiday. And
Period.
okay, she sang it one time, but then left, bitch. Okay,
Okay.
bam.
She has an amazing cover of "If He Walked Into My Life." Just FYI.
Ooh.
And
Great
who's that
cover.
old woman? Sarah Vaughan, not Sarah Vaughan.
Sarah Tano.
You're going to hell for that. Sarah Tano
okay.
is Lady Gaga's
Well,
makeup artist.
That was the episode. It's been so fun having Chase on with us. What a dream. It finally came true.
Finally.
We've had our youngest guest ever.
Never again.
Chase, you're on Twitter on @ChaseIcon.
Yes, same Instagram,
okay.
LinkedIn.
And Stream Lice, correct?
Stream Lice. That's what you
Great.
gotta do.
That's what you
And
gotta
pay
do.
attention to me. I'm coming.
And pay attention. Okay, thanks you guys. Great episode.
This has been so much fun, but it's time to go now. Thanks for tuning in to The Rear View. Remember to subscribe, rate, and review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Or you can watch the show on YouTube. And do us a favor, America. Leave us a nice review for all the work we do. Bye, y'all. Hoochies. Hoochies.
Forever. Dog.
The Rear View has been a joint production between Forever Dog and Grindr. Hosted by Patrick Rogers, Monique Hart, Chester Lockhart, and me, Jay Jurden. Music by Gabe Lopez, engineered and edited by Will Pitts, executive produced by Joe Cilio, Anna Rubanova, Patrick Rogers, Evan Starrett, Brett Boehm, and Alex Ramsey.